The secret rendezvous now riskier than ever thanks to modern technology. In our high-tech society, we often think of technology as a way to make our lives easier. But with every tweet, text, and post, we're leaving behind tracks that can be monitored. And if you're cheating, someone may be watching you. Carolyn Costello live to explain how catching a cheater is cheaper and easier than ever before. Carolyn.
Yeah, Micah, this is an example of just how much times have changed. In the past, if you wanted to see if your spouse or your mate was cheating, you might hire a private detective. Today, you would do the same thing, but this device would make it a lot cheaper. This is a GPS tracking system. Now, I'm going to put it on the bottom of a potential cheater's car. In our case, this is our producer, Vlad. And in just a minute, I'm going to show you just how effective this device can be.
That was very selfish. It's a very selfish thing. It was just pure fun and game.
Experts say men and women cheat in relationships for many different reasons, but that cheating itself is becoming harder and harder to cover up.
It's hard to make marriages work, and it's particularly hard if there's a third party involved in the relationship.
Patrick Schneemann runs Western Investigations, a company that specializes in infidelity cases.
Our goal is to get that irrefutable evidence, that undeniable photographic proof that the cheater can't wiggle out of or explain away.
Schneemann says new technology makes it easier and cheaper to hire a private detective and harder for cheaters to cover their tracks.
This is what we call an iPod shuffle cam, and if you look close, you can see the pinhole camera lens right there in that little hole.
Hidden cameras in iPod shuffles, pens, hats, and glasses allow investigators to record what goes on between cheating partners inside public places like restaurants, bars, even the gym.
Our client strongly suspects, and has reason to suspect that her husband will be meeting with his girlfriend here at this hotel.
In today's investigation, Schneemann books a hotel room near the room his client's husband will check into.
We'll put a little snake camera underneath our door into the hallway, and we'll aim it at our subject's door. So we're able to determine and get proof of anyone coming in and out of our subject's hotel room throughout the course of their stay at the hotel.
In this case, as in many others, her suspicions were confirmed. But while technology can determine if your spouse is cheating, it doesn't usually determine why.
Women tend to cheat commonly when their emotional needs are not getting met.
Addiction and relationship specialist Dr. Drew Pinsky has heard every excuse.
Men, I hate to say it, often cheat because they feel they can get away with it. And they're not as aware as women are of what their needs are in a relationship.
Dr. Drew sees the problem of cheating as a basic problem of intimacy.
We don't come from stable families. We don't have close relationships with family members necessarily. And as such, we have no model for stable attachments and closeness and intimacy.
This cheater watched her mother's pain due to her father's cheating. She became a cheater herself, so she would not be the one left with that pain.
Physically, emotionally, it would hurt people, and you would hurt in the end.
Now back to that GPS tracking system we put on our producer's car. That is tracking her every move. Now this website here will show us exactly where she is. Right now it looks like she's passing Van Ness on Sunset Boulevard. She's heading east on Sunset toward downtown. Now if a private investigator was following her, once she made a stop, he could go to that location, bring a camera, and gather all the incriminating evidence he might need. This takes hours off of his bill because he doesn't have to follow her around and stake her out for hours. So that one device is an example of just how much technology is making it even harder for a cheating spouse. Micah?
So, Carolyn, it's not expensive. It seems as though it would be.
Well, it's still a little bit expensive, depending on your budget. A licensed private investigator costs anywhere between $75 and $125. But when people help them out by checking their spouse's text messages, checking their Facebook pages, that makes the job for the investigator even easier as well, and that takes hours off the bill as well. But of course, we all know that a trusting relationship is the best way to go. It's best if you don't have these suspicions and have to hire a private eye in the first place.
You bet. Right on there. Carolyn Costello live.